अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आबिद अली सैयद हाजिर हैं जनाब दोबारा स्पोर्ट्स गुरुगरी के एक नए सेशन के साथ और एक आज नए मेहमान के साथ। और आज के मेहमान जो हैं वो उस शहर से हैं जो मैं शहर पीछे छोड़ के आ रहा हूँ, यूनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट से। वेरी वेरी एक्साइटिंग टैलेंट। ऐसा टैलेंट जब उन्होंने डेब्यू किया अगेंस्ट न्यूजीलैंड, ही इज वन ऑफ द पर्सन हु इज वन ऑफ द क्रिकेटर यूएई बीट न्यूजीलैंड एट दैट टाइम। 17 अगस्त 2023 को वो डेब्यू करते हैं यूएई दुबई क्रिकेट स्टेडियम के अंदर, चैपमैन की विकेट लेते हैं। और ये कोई और नहीं हो सकते, मोहम्मद फराजुद्दीन। फराजुद्दीन भाई, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, क्या हाल है भाई?
Walaikum assalam. Thank you for having me on the show. It's my pleasure actually.
थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर गिविंग अस द टाइम। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आप आए और हमसे बात करेंगे। तो फराजुद्दीन भाई, पहले तो मैं एक आपसे ये जानना चाहूंगा, मेरे साथ तो पहले मोहम्मद साजिद साहब हैं,
जी जी।
हमारे एक्सपर्ट, और जुबैर खान। तो बात करेंगे, इनसाइड जानेंगे यूएई क्रिकेट की, उनकी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट की। आप, हाँ, मेरा तो पहला एक सवाल आपसे ये बनता है कि यूएई क्रिकेट को आप कहाँ देख रहे हैं? क्योंकि मैंने जो एक एक पंच लाइन दी थी कि यूएई मैनेज टू बीट न्यूजीलैंड, अ फॉर्मिडेबल न्यूजीलैंड न्यूजीलैंड की कीवी साइड थी, उसका आप एक्सपीरियंस बताएं, आपका वो क्या स्ट्रेटेजी थी? क्योंकि चेजिंग 147 145 ऑड एट दैट टाइम। तो उस लिहाज से और अपकमिंग न्यूजीलैंड का, उसी को मैं ऐड करके सवाल है कि आगे यूएई का क्या फ्यूचर है। तो मुझे उस जीत के बारे में बेसिकली आपसे जानना है।
First of all, I would like to start by saying that UAE is, mashallah, a good associate nation which is growing over the years. And we have had good guidance over the years. Back then, we
Yes.
had Robin Singh, and then we started having Mudassar Nazar, and now we are with Lalchan Rajput. So the UAE have been like taking get good care of us. Uh, Now, talking about the New Zealand series, of course, we are an associate nation, and beating a test nation is a big thing for us. But as we are playing a lot of T20 games here and there, and we are getting a lot of exposure through the leagues, so we tend to get more confidence over the time. And we had good team spread among the teams. We had good captaincy, and Alhamdulillah, we were able to pull it off against New Zealand. Unfortunately, we were not able to win the series, but we got a lot of confidence. And after that, we were able to beat sides like Afghanistan, who's doing really well right now.
Yes.
But now we are in the current path, and we hope that we see our country growing. So let's see, inshallah, we are doing our best.
Inshallah,
Inshallah.
inshallah, inshallah, inshallah. Sajid bhai, do you have any question for Mr. Farazuddin?
जी
Explained
जी
very well, and I was so that one thing, Faraz, that victory was really special for you guys, right?
Yeah. So it was
Uh,
a special victory. I mean, not many people expected us to pull it off like that. And I think we won that match one-sided. तो हमारा यही गोल था कि हम लोग as much as we can keep them to a low score. We know that we have the batting depth, and our bowling has always been good. If you notice that UAE has always been a good bowling team, and but then unfortunately sometimes our batting doesn't click, and then we tend to lose a lot of wickets up front, and then the tailenders cannot do much. But the wicket was helping us because we know a lot about Dubai Cricket Stadium. So then
yes,
we tend to restrict them to a good score, and then we were able to chase it down through an 18, 17, 18 overs. Yeah.
excellent. Sajid bhai.
Faraz, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Yeah,
salam.
I honestly speaking personally want to know about like how how did this happen? Like you basically got selected in UAE international team. All right. What was that moment? Okay, उस वक्त ऐसा क्या हुआ कि किस सेलेक्टर की नजर आप पे पड़ी कि यार नहीं यार इस बच्चे को हमें चांस देना चाहिए, ठीक है? और सडनली यू ग्रैब दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी स्पेशली अगेंस्ट लाइक माइटी न्यूजीलैंड, और आपको
Hmm.
पहली विकेट भी जो मिल रही है वो मार्क चैपमैन की मिल रही है। मतलब स्टार्ट थोड़ा सा मतलब बताएं इंट्रोडक्शन में कि यार हाउ डिड दिस हैपन कि बेसिकली आप यूएई टीम का पार्ट बने।
Hmm.
So basically, when I was born in India, but when I was like 1 or 2 years, I came to Dubai, and then when I was at the age of 6, my parents were seeing a lot of seeing that I was very active and I could like play cricket.
हम्म,
I like bowl over arm or something like that. So then then I had the passion towards the game. I was very enthusiastic as a kid. And khelte khelte, then I got through the under-19s, where I played the Asia Cup in Bangladesh. And then 2 years I played with the under-19 team, played the World Cup in South Africa as well. So khelte khelte, it became this thing that I can make it big. I can make it bigger each and every day I train. And I had the goal and had the passion. I still do, of course. But so then the selectors and all that have always had an eye on me because I was there with the setup from a very young age. So after that, what happened was we had an emerging Asia Cup just before the New Zealand series, where I had taken a 5 wicket haul against Nepal and batted well against Pakistan and India as well. So from there, the journey towards the bigger step started. So then after that, the growth has been good because there has been always guidance of the good coaches. We have always had international coaches, and like likes of Azharuddin has always come to like talk to us, cheer us up,
Very
and tell
nice.
us how
क्या
the
बात है यार.
bigger stages. And
Azhar
now
bhai,
that
absolute legend.
yes,
मतलब अजहर
yes,
भाई की तो आपने नाम ले लिया, इस वक्त हमारे अंदर जो है ना, मतलब एक खलबली सी मच गई है. अजहरुद्दीन,
Yes.
मतलब वाह, बेहतरीन.
Wow.
yeah. So then
So
it was like that. So then our UE players tend to get a lot of exposure through these leagues. Now there is Abu Dhabi T10, there's the IL T20. Few
yes,
players have been picked in the GT20 Canada. So Alhamdulillah, we are in the right path, we feel. But there's still a long way to go. We wanna Unfortunately we didn't qualify for this year's World Cup, but we are pretty sure that we will be there in next World Cup and
inshallah.
inshallah
In
and
India,
go
yes, inshallah, inshallah.
forward to the T. Yeah.
And if inshallah you guys will qualify and those wickets in India will suit your right arm off break bowler, a very good handy batsman. Yes,
Yes, yes, inshallah. With your
inshallah, inshallah,
prayers, yes, for sure.
inshallah.
Yeah, yeah, yes,
Zubair
yes.
साहब.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम फराज भाई, क्या हाल है? खैरियत से?
Wa salam,
uh,
कैसे हो?
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Faraz bhai, I mean, as you have already mentioned about your early career, and you also mentioned about how you performed against New Zealand, and how you guys are dreaming about making it big and growing into a bigger cricketing nation, inshallah. So मेरा question आपसे ये है कि how did you feel playing alongside the big names like Chris Gayle and Paul Sterling, and I'm pretty sure you played alongside other big names as well. So how did you feel about it, and what did you learn from those such big names?
So the first thing was I was like uh, quite excited and quite happy to be picked in the Abu Dhabi T10 league. So it's like very few UAE players get the chance, but as they have to pick two UAE players in every team, so then I was the lucky one that time, and then I got picked in Team Abu Dhabi, where I had it was a star-studded lineup. There was Liam Livingston, Chris Gayle, of course,
Right.
uh, Phil Salt.
Wow.
So we were a very good side, and for me it was a very very good exposure. I was like blessed to be, like getting the guidance, could share the dressing room with the best of players. So then obviously, like you get to learn a lot to see that how they are different from an average cricketer, like I used to see Chris Gayle as a fan, and then and still seeing him performing at that stage was quite surprising actually. And his fitness levels and the discipline among the players is very good, which gave me a lot of
Universal King. Universal King.
Universal King.
Chris.
yeah, US boss. Yeah, yes, yes, yes.
Universal boss. Yes.
Faraz bhai,
Faraz,
adding
yes,
adding
Zubair.
on
Zubair.
adding on to that question, because then we're gonna change the topic, I believe. So who did you spend most time with? Amongst all those, like Livingstone, Phil Salt, Chris Gayle. I think I've seen you with I think Rashid Khan and Gulabdin as well. So who have you spent most time with, and what have they taught you?
Actually, most of the Afghanistan cricketers are good friends of mine.
Very
But
good.
during the T10, I was very lucky enough to spend a lot of time with Chris Gayle. So after
Wow.
the game, we used to spend some
Nice.
evenings together, chill,
Parties.
talk
But
wouldn't go there actually right now. But then, yeah, of course, he's a very jovial person, and he takes things very lightly. But it is from the outside world. He is actually very focused, and he knows what is required, and he knows his limitation as well. So he told me that, like while you're growing as a cricketer, you should know what you should do, and you should not try to intend to like see what other people are doing. See what's best for you, and that suits you. So he was very supportive. I'm very, very lucky enough. He was very kind, and I learned a lot from even good bowlers like Sheldon Cottrell. Rashid Khan
Yes.
is a very, very nice friend of mine as well.
Yes.
I meet him more
Nice.
often than not. He is a very hardworking cricketer. I think the whole world sees that.
Champion bowler.
Champion bowler, of course. I think the best in T20 right now.
100.
So yeah, I think these people obviously
Faraz,
like me.
question. Why a right arm off break bowler? Why not a leg spinner? Why not a medium pacer? Who's your inspiration, role model? Why? Because
I don't know.
there are
I
few
felt
right
that
arm off break bowler around the world right now. Not too many all-rounders, you can say.
there are a lot of good off spinners. Like you can take Ashwin is good. Syed
Yes,
Ajmal
yes.
back then was a legend,
Master.
legend. I had recently met Saqlain Mushtaq as well, so I had a chat with him.
Oh, goat.
So So people nowadays consider, like off spin as like a very easy target, but they tend to forget that at the end of the day, off spin is also an art. Not everybody has the art knack of picking wickets. And though it is taken very lightly in T20 cricket nowadays, but I personally feel that T20 bowlers can be very effective. And I think Nabi has been very effective. Ashwin has
Very
been effective.
effective. Fish. So you're working on these subtle variations, the dusras, the top spinner, the one away go from the right hander or left hander. So you are just working on these balls, or you're typically a genuine off break lanky bowler?
I have the tendency to turn the ball a lot, but over the years I've started developing this knuckle ball, the
Oh,
armor, and
nice,
the one
nice,
which goes
nice,
away. So I've been like, it's been pretty helpful for me in the T20s as well.
nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice. Yes, Sajid bhai.
फराज मेरा सवाल जो है वो थोड़ा सा ये है कि मतलब वो रिलेटेड टू ड्रेसिंग रूम के साथ शेयरिंग का ही था जो आपने जिन लेजेंड्स के साथ अपना टाइम गुजारा है
जी
कि
जी
बेसिकली आपने बताया जैसे कि क्रिस गेल के साथ यू हैव स्पेंट क्वाइट अ लॉट टाइम राइट आई मीन what exactly do you see them all the cricketers even Livingston as well, Phil Salt as well, and Paul Sterling and the rest of the people as well, how do you see them as a normal human being as well? Like I understand as a cricketer, of course, they have a lot of responsibilities, but they are there on the field. How about off the field?
I think what I've noticed about most of the international cricketers that they are very, very nice people outside the field. What they have to be very passionate and very energetic on the field, but outside the field, they are very nice people to talk to. Have like zero ego, and I think I've noticed that in many people, like if you take even celebrities, actors, they are very easy to talk to. So what you see on the screen doesn't really, like people do not realize that they have a lot of things to go. Like I would like to give an example. So I think Hardik Pandya is a right example. People pushed him down in the IPL season.
Yeah,
So 6 months
yeah.
he was very down. But people do not like people forget that he has a family too, and he has other responsibilities too.
Oh,
He
yes.
tries to do his best, but unfortunately, if he cannot do it, then people pull the person down, and then they think his career is over and whatnot. So I feel that that is something that sometimes hurts the players a lot,
True.
and which shouldn't be there because if you're going to support them in the good times, then you have to support them in their bad times as well. So, but
Faraz, he's still in the controversy right now. Gautam
yes, yes, yes.
Gambhir wants Sky in as a captain. He don't want a big name to be to be the leader. So there
Ji,
is a
ji.
big controversy in India regarding a white ball T20 captainship. So again, he's still in the limelight.
Yes, I mean, like there are few players who are always going to be controversial and going to be in the limelight because that's what
Yes,
people like to see and people like to sell that.
yes,
So,
yes, yes.
True.
but nevertheless, Hardik Pandya has always been a very talented cricketer,
On
even
Oh,
though his attitude has been different and people have spoken to him, but he is a very potential cricketer.
match winner, match winner.
Match winner. He has shown that
यार
in the World Cup as well.
मेरे
Yeah.
हिसाब से फराज अगर एक क्रिकेटर जो खास तौर पे हार्दिक पांड्या is medium fast bowler. Okay. So I would give him a benefit of doubt, because if you are a fast bowler and if you don't have an attitude, if you don't show anger, if you don't have like a capacity to kill the person, all right, then you are not going to win the race or the titles. You have to have this kind of an attitude or hunger as well, and anger as well, that yes, I can do something. And he did that in this World Cup. A lot of people were criticizing or counting him as a spare bowler, and that guy bowled the last over. I mean,
Hmm.
come on, So and he bowled, I think, 17th over as well. So you cannot say like that. Yeah,
I think absolutely, I think fast bowlers need to have some type of attitude. You take Shoaib Akhtar and all these people.
of course.
I think nowadays people think that they should not be very arrogant or whatever, show attitude. I think that's something that is lost in cricket nowadays. But if you have an attitude, that's what a fast bowler is all about. Attitude and aggression, which
Yes.
absolutely helps them, you know? You're absolutely right about that.
Even Rashid Khan has the fast bowling attitude in his bowling.
Oh, yes.
I think Virat Kohli also has that.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
that's okay. That's all right.
yes, that's good.
Virat Kohli and Rashid Khan, and these kind of players, actually these kind of act from them as well suits
Yes.
their personalities as well. Okay,
Yes.
if Kohli is going to be down to earth till the end of his career, he cannot be another Sachin Tendulkar. He cannot be
Yeah.
another Sunil Gavaskar. Okay, so he should have his own personality. So that's why I rate him, okay, above than all, like the other current cricketers as well.
Absolutely. I mean, Virat Kohli is a different person. He has a lot of aggression and he
Yes.
cannot tend to become somebody else just to please people, you know?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
that's
Faraz,
what
have you, sorry to cut you off. Have you had a
Yes.
chance to meet Virat Kohli?
Unfortunately, no, I've not met Virat Kohli. But hopefully when we play for the Asia Cup, we are hoping that we play against India.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Any other cricketers you met? Any other cricketer like Surya, Hardik, Rohit, or
Unfortunately, with any Indian cricketers, I've not met any Indian cricketers
How
because
about Pakistani cricketers?
Pakistani cricketers I've met all, like Babar Azam. Mohammad Amir is a very close friend of mine. So
Good.
whenever
Nice.
he's in Dubai, we are always he always comes to meet me. We are chilling and then all that. A lot of Pakistani players are very good friends. Hassan Ali is a good friend of mine.
Yes.
So
Nice.
Pakistani players have always been good to me because they tend to stay here because most of them are always in Dubai. And the
Okay.
Indian cricketers do not come to Dubai a lot. So that's the main problem why we do not meet the Indian cricketers.
Faraz, a word on Babar Azam as a fan because he's a class act. What do you think about his batting?
I think Babar Azam has always been an absolute gem of a cricketer. Though he didn't get the World Cup his way, but I am pretty sure that he'll be back with a bang, and Babar Azam will again be shining as a good star. That I'm pretty sure about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I have a
All right.
question.
Sure.
Go ahead. Ayush, go ahead.
Zubair.
No, no, no. अरे सर आप पहले
सर मेरा फराज भाई क्वेश्चन आपका है आपसे है एक ये कि करंट favorite cricketer of yours, who do you like the most right now playing the current cricket scenario? Secondly, who is your favorite cricketer from the past, be it an all-rounder, off spinner, fast bowler, batsman, जो भी आपकी नजर में पहले पास में आपका फेवरेट क्रिकेटर कौन था और करंट क्रिकेट जो है चल रही है उसमें कौन है?
पहले तो सर अभी इतना मुश्किल हो गया पास्ट में इतना इतना कंपटीशन था कि अभी इतना मुश्किल हो गया एक चूज करने के लिए बट करंट क्रिकेटर्स में मैं बोलूंगा आई थिंक विराट कोहली इज करंटली माय फेवरेट क्रिकेटर एंड धोनी हैज ऑलवेज बीन माय फेवरेट बिकॉज आई कम फ्रॉम चेन्नई एज वेल
हाँ
या सो पास्ट क्रिकेटर्स में मुझे हाशिम आमला बहुत पसंद था
Class.
आई
Wow.
थिंक या हाशिम आमला एक क्रिकेटर था जो he was an opening batsman but if he
Yes.
batted through he could single-handedly take the game away. तो वो
True.
एक player जो always has been I've always kept my eyes on him and an inspiration the way he carries himself the way he's very humble and the way he is
Mhm.
on the ground. I think that's
So
a
that's
lot to
on and
learn
off the
for me as
field.
well. Yes, for me as well, it's a lot to learn. Dhoni is an inspiration to everybody. the way he carries himself again, most successful captain. And
Leader.
so yeah, I think these few cricketers have always been very close to me, close to my heart. Yeah.
Great,
Very
great,
nice.
great,
Right.
great.
Now, I wanna ask you, like, आपने यूएई में खेला, सही है, आपने मतलब मैं यूएई की टीम की पर्सपेक्टिव से बात कर रहा हूँ कि आप लोगों ने जब यूएई में आप खेलते हैं या फिर आप श्रीलंका में जाके खेलते हैं या बांग्लादेश में खेलते हैं, आपको बेसिकली ज्यादा, या फिर आप लोगों ने आयरलैंड में भी खेला है, आप लोगों ने जो है वो डिफरेंट और नेपाल वगैरह में इधर उधर जहां पे भी आप लोगों ने खेला है, आपको पिचेस के हवाले से सवाल यह है कि आपको क्या लगता है कितना हेल्प मिलता है यूएई की टीम को?
I think that जब भी हम लोग ने ट्रैवल किया, one thing that I have always noticed that हम लोग एक टीम में जो we adapt very quickly, because हमको
Okay.
यूए में ही इतने अलग अलग विकेट्स मिल जाते हैं कि we tend to get a practice of everything, you know. दो बोलते हैं कि यूएई में बहुत फ्लैट विकेट्स बनते हैं ये वो, बट हमको पता है कि we tend to adapt to the situation very easily. Like जब भी हम लोग नेपाल गए हैं, we have always performed well. Where Oman is like a home ground to us. But whenever we have gone to like Sri Lanka, Nepal and all, the spinners have always bowled well. So हमको like ये नहीं था कि this is going to be a tough situation to us, this is going to be a pressure situation. हम लोग ने always adapt किया as much as possible, and there's still a lot more to learn because we need to travel to other countries like Australia, New Zealand and all that. So we are trying to develop that as well, and the board has been really helpful because हमको विकेट्स भी ऐसे तैयार करके देते हैं जहाँ जहाँ फ्लैट हो, जहाँ बाउंसी विकेट्स हो, जहाँ बहुत टर्न हो. So we are always tested to that situation.
Have you traveled to Australia?
Unfortunately not. I've been to South Africa.
Okay.
The wickets are very fast-paced wickets over there. Help the fast bowlers a lot. But हम लोग ने भी अच्छी performance दी थी in the World Cup as well. Under 19 से ही हम लोग ने बहुत ये adapt करना सीख लिया कि nothing is going to come easy to us. We are going to fight for it. तो यही था कि we tend to adapt very quickly. Yeah.
Faraz, who is the batting sensation, or you can say he's a very good talent right now in the current crop of United Arab Emirates cricket team? Who is the one you can say that he will go a long way?
I think एक already player है. I think मोहम्मद वसीम हमारे जो कप्तान हैं, he has proven himself a lot. I think he is doing very well in Sri Lanka. Wherever he has played in the ILT20, the Lanka Premier League, he has always shown that I'm no lesser than the other ones. He was there in the top 10 T20 batting rankings, the only player to score 200s as an associate batsman. So
Nice.
Mohammad Wasim is a player to look out for. He is not going to stop. He's going to just go bigger and bigger, inshallah. So
Inshallah.
he is a big player, big match player, and a very good leader as well. तो हमारी यही कोशिश है कि जितना हम उनको सपोर्ट कर पाए और हम कितना कंट्रीब्यूट कर पाए टीम के लिए, और एज अ टीम वी कैन ग्रो.
Good.
Very
Nice.
I have a last question, and then I'll be done with the questions.
Yes.
I know your time is very important as well for us.
Yes.
So living in the US, one thing I've realized that I'll talk about myself. Having friends like Indian friends have been a blessing for me. They have been the closest to me here. We spend time a lot, and we celebrate everything together. So I know in the environment in your team, you have your players from Indian origin, from Pakistan origin, from all over the world. So how do you guys gel up as a team, and how do you guys especially when there are matches going on, India versus Pakistan? So what is the environment within the UAE team?
As you know that UAE as a nation has mix of Asian. 70% of them are Asians. तो हमें ऐसा कभी भी नहीं लगा कि वो हमारे से अलग है या वो हम उनसे अलग है. हमारे में ऑलवेज ये था कि we are all equal, and as individuals we cannot do anything single-handedly, but as a team we have to do what's best for the country. तो हम लोग ने कभी भी ये नहीं देखा कि he is Indian, he is Pakistani, he is Sri Lankan, whatever. When we played for UAE, we play as UAE. So we never had any problem, mashallah.
Mashallah,
But
this is the best
Pakistan
thing.
का मैच होता है, तो फिर थोड़ा बहुत ये तकलीफ होती है। वो तो हर जगह होती है ना।
हर जगह वो नेचुरल है। फराज फराज एक क्वेश्चन करूंगा, फिर मैं बस फिर हम वाइंड अप की तरफ जाएंगे। साजिद भाई के पास अगर कोई सवाल हुआ तो। लोकल टैलेंट है यूएई के क्रिकेट सर्किट में? लोकल्स मुझे पता है क्योंकि आई हैव बीन देयर फॉर 14 इयर्स इन यूनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट्स। मैं इस वजह से पूछा क्योंकि यू आर द वन जो आप उस सर्किट के अंदर हो। लोकल टैलेंट आता है या पाकिस्तान, इंडिया, श्रीलंका, नेपाल यही सारी टीम बनाती
आई थिंक locals में तो I have not seen anybody actually play
है?
for the country, because वही है, अगर एक आधा होता है जो, but then they are eventually their origin is from Pakistan, like I don't know if you know Mohammad Taqir. He was
Mhm.
a local but his origin was Pakistani. So
Yeah.
तो यही है, Indian, Pakistani, Sri Lankans are the ones who have been always playing, and I think for the next 5 to 10 years this is what's going to happen. But let's see. We hope to
Let's see.
see locals playing as well, and
इंशाल्लाह।
inshallah, and we can see
ओके,
that.
मैं बस
Right.
आखिरी सवाल करूंगा। मैं जब आखिरी सवाल करूंगा, एंड यार मुझे पूछना है केपी मैयप्पन के बारे में। आई सॉ दिस गाय बॉलिंग इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया, ठीक है, जो आप लोग वर्ल्ड कप खेलने के लिए गए थे 2022 में। इस बंदे की बॉल स्पिन ऐसी हो रही थी कि मुझे लग रहा था कि पुराने जमाने का अब्दुल कादिर या मुश्ताक अहमद या फिर कोई अनिल कुंबले या फिर पता नहीं कौन सा बॉलर आ गया इनकी रूह के अंदर आ चुका था, कि उस बंदे ने वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट लेग स्पिन बॉलिंग उस बच्चे ने बॉल कराई थी। कि आप उसके बारे में कुछ बताएं हमें थोड़ा बहुत।
Karthik Meyyappan and me played from very young age. We played under 19 together. So we have been playing from very young age. Karthik eventually had good support from Robin Singh as well. And he had the knack of turning the ball, bowling a good googly as well. Karthik, I think even though the Australia wickets were different, he adapted to it very well. And he tended to bowl very well against Sri Lanka, where he got the hat trick. And
Absolutely.
that was a very big boost, like to a lot of
Yes.
players, that if he can do it, then anybody else can also do it, like, so that confidence came. And unfortunately after some time he got an injury which had an ankle twist, and it became very hard for him to come back into the team. Now I don't think he's in the UAE anymore. I think he has
Mhm.
moved to another
He's
country,
moved to
and
India.
we are not in touch with him so much. So, but he is a very good cricketer. He has a lot of
Nice.
potential.
I was
Yeah.
watching that game in Dubai Mall. Like there is a fountain side. Okay, so I was. It was a day game, no, for us, like in Dubai. And Abid bhai, you wouldn't believe, as soon as he picked up the hat trick, I was like, woo! Like the excitement was there because we are from UAE somehow. And
Hmm.
around me at the Tim Hortons, actually, I'm talking about, the people were looking
Yes.
at me that I'm watching some game, and I'm like
Yeah.
this, okay, it's gonna be hat trick, it's gonna be hat trick, it's gonna be hat trick or not. I was so excited about it. And the this kid was like balling on that day. Amazing. I mean, I was like, wow, it was so, so good to see. Anyway, thank you so much, Faraz, for your time. And I really appreciate, buddy. And
Thank you very much
all
for
the
being
best
on.
to you from the entire team of Sports Guru Giri. Like, wish you all the best. And may you just become a wonderful star in the
Inshallah.
cricketing,
Inshallah. Inshallah.
like field. Inshallah.
Thank you for having me,
Inshallah.
and it was a pleasure talking to
Thank
you
you,
guys.
Faraz.
Thank
I
you,
hope
Faraz.
to see you
Thank you
guys
so
soon
much.
in person as well, inshallah.
You're most welcome, buddy. I'll be seeing you soon. Don't worry about it.
And when
Inshallah.
you
We
come to
have
the
to.
US, I'm here. When you come to the UK, Abid Bhai is there. So
Yes,
we are
I'm
all
here,
here in
brother.
person.
Anytime, Faraz. And
Inshallah.
this is Faraazuddin. Thanks a lot coming to the show. And thank you, Mohammed Sajid and Zubair. We'll meet up with another session with new guests, more analysis, more updates. Please like and subscribe our channel, Sports Guru Gri. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Allah Hafiz.